Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you may be in the world. It's rather marvellous to be discussing this particular subject with people from all over the world, as myself and my tiny little company with one or two consultants now appears to have breached international borders on a grand scale. So, firstly, thank you so much indeed for responding to the absolutely brilliant article on the Pitt Substack, and my thanks to the writer of that article. You know who you are, you wonderful person, right? And the fact that so many of you have come through to me to express your concerns and worries, but also your interest in becoming a warrior teacher as we fight this rather strange and perverse phenomenon we find ourselves embedded in. Now, I've put together some information that I'm going to send out to you all. We've now got 3 separate sessions you can book on with different times on each, so you can choose which will be your regular slot when you join up. But I was asked a number of questions by you, and thank you very much, all of you, for your stories, particularly heartbreaking some, and for sharing those with me. I'm very grateful to you. This work enriches me in ways I never expected. And the people that I've met so far who were on the programme, who were on the pilot, who have helped to shape the thinking that is going in, and still does, going into this movable feast, has been some of the best work I've ever done, and I'm very proud to know them. Very proud to know them. So I'm hoping that you're going to become one of our warrior teachers, and you'll join us. But you came up with some questions when you sent your issues through. So what I thought I would do is I'll take time now just to go through those questions and answer them, and then I'll put details about the frequently asked questions that can be seen on the website, and any other thing of interest I will put in the description of the video, so you've got it there as well. So to begin with, one of the first questions I got, and this was one I had multiple times: how to engage respectfully without getting angry. Now, I know we do this stuff and you talk to people and you just want to go, I just want to punch this person in the chops. Right? Now, that's obviously not a good thing to do. But yes, we will look at controlling our method of communication and how to do so. So that is part of the program as we move forward. The next question that I got was, I'm curious because I have a disability that makes sometimes learning hard for me. Well, you'll be glad to hear that we practice differentiation, which means I'll find a way. I've got people with different languages, people with different abilities in my current warrior teacher cohort, and we will find a way. So we'll do what it takes to help you get through it. Somebody else here saying, I'm seeing the world change around me, but what is next? How can I frame my arguments in such a way they can be heard? That's what the warrior teacher program is about. It's about learning how to teach properly, learning how to understand teaching skills, and to do so in a way that means that you can reach people in a teaching manner. So we'll be looking at that as well. There's also somebody saying to me they're pessimistic regarding the state of the world. I know, right? I know. But one thing I want to say about this is that, yeah, we are dealing with a subject that is very serious, and we are dealing with a subject that can be very damaging. But I've got to tell you that despite that, we've had some fun along the way with our first cohort, right? And I think we have to take those moments of joy where we can in our ongoing fight. So, let's see what else we've got here in terms of questions. I have to find a better way to engage is a good one. You will. That's what the program's about. You will. I found your training program through the Pitt Substack. Thank you for finding me. What can I say? How do we inoculate against victim mentality? Now, we're going to talk about the production of victim mentalities because this is very much a thing in this particular movement. So again, that is part of the program. I think that's session 3. So over the sessions that we'll do over the 12 months, you will find that all of the things you mentioned here will actually come up. So thanks for asking that question as well. I've got here, I'm interested. Exact details. What's it all about? What are you going to do? Right, okay, well, that's a bit difficult because I can't give you the whole curriculum. But just to give you a flavour, we will be looking at film. We will be looking at books. We will look at podcasts. We will also be looking at how these ideas are embedded into media, so there'll be some textual analysis. And we'll also be looking at how we can spot these ideas embedded in media, because this is how they get these ideas through, by a kind of general drip feed into young people. And we'll also look at ways of how we can stop that from happening. So I would say that from the beginning of the programme, there's often a feeling that you think, what's this mad bloke on about? Where's he taking us? And if what happened with the original cohort happens with you, it'll be by week 4 or 5, month 4 or 5, you'll suddenly go, oh God, I can see the whole thing. So there's a little bit of, you're going to have to trust me at the beginning, but suddenly it'll come round and you'll begin to see how the whole thing fits together. So there will be, we touch on psychology, anthropology, sociology, we touch on all kinds of things, and we look at some of the latest philosophical ideas, which leads me next to one of the most important questions we were asked. by an individual, which was, what is the philosophy behind this? Well, I can tell you the philosophy behind this is the philosophy of the Enlightenment and the philosophy of what's given us a modern world, which provides the most extraordinary luxury for some of us we've ever seen. So the Enlightenment, scientific process, the idea of scientific truth, as well as a rooting in the morality and the expectations of, if you were perhaps a person of faith, the Christian world, but really secular liberalism, the idea of secular liberalism, they would see it the same way. So classic liberalism, not this newfangled nonsense. And we're apolitical. Now, by that I mean this entire situation feels political, but it's not, it's cultural. And we'll understand and explore that more as well on the Winning Mind, on the Warrior Teacher Program, The Winning Mindset. So I hope that answers your question. Philosophically, we're in John Locke territory, right? So I'm very much about let's maintain what we understand to be the importance of the individual, but certainly not the overriding, awful, grasping nature of individualism. The idea that you are everything and you make everything around you. All that can go in the bin. So we'll do a bit of that as well. But you also have to bear in mind is that over the 12 months is that you're going to meet with people of different abilities, right? Now, we practice in teaching something called differentiation, which if you're a warrior teacher, you might have to do. So you go out somewhere and you start talking to people. There'll be people that be one place and people be another. And you've got to find multiple ways to explain the same thing to different people. Well, that's part of teaching. But from our perspective, that differentiation is important because we will have people come on the course. This is the ones of you that frighten me, right? Okay, I'm a philosopher. What will happen? Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble now. I'm a teacher. Will you, of course? So, of course, there are going to be people there of different abilities, and I'm hoping there are going to be people there that can teach me the odd thing. And that's great because what we can do is we can teach each other. You will also be part of a WhatsApp group specific to your Warrior Teacher cohort, and the ideas and the information that is shared in those groups is extraordinary. And it really does begin to help people. We know now that our original cohort of warrior teachers, that not only has one providing a brilliant blog for Pitt, which is where you found me, but also one who was very nervous and extremely worried about doing public speaking has actually appeared on a channel and in Sweden and done it. And I'm very proud that she has. So I'm saying that you could come to this and think he's not telling me anything new, which is unlikely. You'll get some new stuff, definitely. Or you can come to this and go, I never knew any of this. But the point being is that we're going to create a community of practice in which we collaborate to share our thinking. And I will throw stuff at you and go, what do you think? What do you make of this? What does this mean? How can we utilize our thinking to change people's minds? So the winning mindset from that perspective is about changing people's minds and also about alerting people to the dangers of these ideologies, which are mentioned so many times in the letters and messages you have sent to me. Okay, that's about it, really. I put everything you need to know in the doobry, right? So you'll get joining instructions very shortly. I do it quick. There's a lot more people I'm talking to now than I ever thought I would be, and it's taken me nearly a day to put the emails together. So there's a good few of you waiting for these to launch, and there'll be three different start times and 2 different days. So thank you once again so much. It has been overwhelming to receive your stories and also to receive such praise in the original blog on Pitt. Thank you. You know who you are. All right? I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to get started. I'm so excited about this and I can't tell you. Oh, and it changes, by the way. If something new comes up, I alter it. Because we've got to do that because this is a movable feast. So, if you want to stay on the merry-go-round, stay on the merry-go-round. Personally, I prefer the roller coaster. Come and join the roller coaster. It'll be great fun and we'll learn something and we'll do some serious stuff. Okay? Very serious about what we do, not necessarily serious about how we do it. I hope that you will sign up and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Barry signing off. Thank you very much.